to Shooting Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we're not interviewing anybody. We're reviewing Kanan, Power Book 3, Episode 8. But before we get started, tell them what to do, Didi.
Smash that thumbs up button and like the channel.
All right. Gotta do some extra. Say bye.
This was a sad one, y'all. I had to take a break. I couldn't get straight into it. It was very emotional.
She couldn't review it when we first
couldn't go straight to the review. I had to pull myself together. So the show opens with Jukebox and Kanan standing in front of the funeral. They were at the church.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. When they just showed her face.
Jukebox.
I was like, oh, she just finding out what's going on. And then they was at the funeral. I was like, no, we at the funeral already?
They were at the funeral. Not only were they at the funeral, they walked up inside there. Jukebox is out of her head at this point. They walked up inside the funeral. I don't know how she thought that was going to go, but I don't think she cared much.
I'm sitting up there like, don't go inside.
She went in there, inside. So Kanan and Jukebox are standing in the church lobby looking at, the picture of the memorial. And Nicole's father walks up. I misjudged him, the father.
I did too.
He really was trying to get her, you can't be here. He was trying to avoid having his crazy ass wife snap out. But I think he can empathize with the fact that, she cared about his daughter. Of course, it's too late because her crazy ass mama come up there hollering, get her out of here. You don't belong here. So she brought security. Jukebox just left. Kanan followed behind, but he, not before he told them, she really loved your daughter.
I really thought she was going to act more of a fool than she did.
The mama?
I thought she
didn't tell the people that she died from some congenital heart.
And then that's when I seen that.
She
I was like,
too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is good, because that keeps people out of trouble. So, you want to lie and say she, died from something else.
Underlying heart issues. Yeah.
She had a heart issue, all right. So now we're at Juliana's house. We've not ever been inside the house. We always be at the store. We at the house. She's sitting at the table. And her crazy ass husband was almost, so he decided he wanted to beat that ass.
But she started it.
How?
Because she just walked up and threw the water on him. And I was like,
I missed that.
I was like, what he do? I was like, let me rewind it. Is he talking to a girl? What is he looking at? Some nude pictures? What is he doing?
I missed that. I just looked up and he was snapping and she was throwing shit
threw
back.
That water on his ass.
I thought he was mad that she was fighting back. She started it.
She threw that water on him. I was like, what he do?
Well, that makes more sense because I'm like, I mean, he's a motherfucker. So she gets up, like she's fighting back, she's throwing stuff at him. She ran out the house. He didn't grab the knife. He chased her out the house.
But before she was getting her ass whooped. And I was sitting up there like, what you start to fight for if your ass can't fight? I was like, then I realized what she was doing. But at first,
a plan. Right. So she started the fight, but I don't want to go back and watch it. I'll just take your word for it.
Yeah, no, it was too much through the whole thing. We don't ever want to watch that episode again.
But so he chases her outside. He didn't grab the whole, the knife was this damn long. Like he found the longest knife he could find in the kitchen. I was like, what are you about to do with that? Mm. So she ran in the garage and he came running after her. But when his ass came in that garage, there stood Rock with a gun pointed straight at that ass. They don't waste a lot of time on this show. There wasn't any time for conversation. She didn't do a whole bunch of, usually the men always want to give a whole speech. She didn't do any of that. She fired on that nigga. Boom. Done. Fired on him one more time. Boom. While he was down. So he gone, but we all knew he wasn't going to last. We all knew that was going to happen. Rock took out the bad guy. Man, Rock has always got her hands full. She told Juliana, call the police, tell them some tools and some other stuff is missing. We just, basically gonna fake a robbery. And that's that on that. Popo, Omar, and Barker roll up on the crack house where all the dead bodies lie with the blue capsules. He wasn't really that, moved by it. He this is a victimless crime. As you can see, Baxter is all up in the blinds, but I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, Baxter been back there doing
He's
something.
It's because I haven't been in here with him all day, so now he's like, "Hey, look at this thing,"
Yeah.
But anyway, for Popo Omar, he said this is a victimless crime. If these niggas wasn't smoking crack, I guess they wouldn't be dead. For him, it was a nothing. But of course, Barker is like, I'm not going to have the chief mad at me. So, she wants to do her job. She's trying to get that employee of the month.
Ain't that what narcotics department is for? Y'all ain't got time to be chasing around no crackheads, see what happens. They OD.
No, she wants to be a detective on the case. He was like, that's if you put it out there that this shit is killing people, that's just gonna make the addicts want it more.
That's
the good
crazy.
shit is the bad shit. Is that crazy or what? What
crazy.
kind of mentality is that? She went straight to Rock. And Omar is like, it ain't Rock and it ain't Unique. They have been in the business way too long to be putting some bullshit out in the street. This is only gonna make the police come around, and they don't want that. They're not trying to
want that.
do
Right.
some stupid shit like that. She ain't trying to hear it, so he's like, all right, we'll get out there and put an ear to the street and see, if we hear anything. Family meeting. Rock and her brothers discussed the shortage. They've been running out of drugs for a month now.
They said they got 5. What's 5? How much is 5? How much is 5?
I don't know, but it don't sound like much. And the last time they stomped on some shit, it went very left. So we gonna stop stomping. They're trying to figure out the next move. Who's gonna be the new supply? Then she's like, and then I heard it's some niggas out here putting out some blue capsules that's killing people. You need to find out who they are and tell them niggas don't bring that shit over here and go back to wherever they came from with that. Marvin said, I heard it was some niggas from the Boogie Down. That's what I heard. And Lou said, where you hear that at? In the streets, nigga.
Right. If you're in the studio, you'll hear about it too. Oh,
and if you put on some deodorant, I was like, these niggas is arguing about headphones and deodorant.
But he got that off of him. He threw it off real quick.
He did. Rock sends Marvin's ass out of there to go find out who's putting blue capsules on the street. Then she wants to know from Lou, so what's this thing with Unique again? Tell me how that whole shit road, happened, and why he come to you? What made him feel like, you was gonna roll over?
I was thinking the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, why would he come to him? Yeah, that's suspicious. Why you think you could turn him?
I don't know, but Lou made it very clear that ain't what I'm doing. I'm down. This is what I'm down with this for till death. So I
ain't mad at her for asking though.
Nah, and he had the right answer, and when he asked her, she was satisfied with it. But she he I already told you. She tell me again, because I want to know, tell me again. Now, just when over on Rock's side, she Unique ain't do that. He ain't stupid. He ain't put that shit out on the street. Unique is over here dumb as fuck. This is because Rock written all over it. He just wants the police to come and, get all up in my business because we took her shit. His boy was like, that ain't what I heard. I don't care what you heard. I'm telling you, this is, they're gonna pay for this.
He
This
could have
is
found
war.
just like that, but he didn't want to listen.
No, he want to get rocked. He didn't want to get her anyway, but now, any little excuse. Popo, Omar, and Barker are down in the streets. They questioning the crackheads. And I told you last week the crackheads was entertaining, and this is why I think they're entertaining. Gave homeboy a few dollars, and this nigga was like, well, I heard some niggas from Queensbridge was over here selling that shit. And homegirl said, do you got any more information? And he looked at her and he was like, listen, Hojack. Gonna be spilling all the beans around here for nothing.
Right.
So,
you wanted to pay me.
Omar gave him a few more dollars and he was like, well, homeboy is like favoring the titty bar.
Yeah.
Over such and such, and So the crackhead, I don't know how. I guess they just be out in the streets all the time, so they know he had all the
They
tea.
see everything, cause don't nobody be paying the crackheads no mind. Crackheads know everything in the street.
He said that nigga was down at the titty bar, and now y'all got me stressed the fuck out, and now I got to go smoke something, calm my damn nerves. Got these police over here asking me questions. I was like, you're a crackhead. When you tell
he
the
had been
police
sober for a month. Now y'all came stressing.
Y'all came over here, got me stressed out. Now I got to go smoke something with this money y'all just gave me. Popo out here buying crack for the crackheads. Marvin dumbass. So Marvin rolls up on Kanan. Are you sure we good? Now you're questioning Kanan about whether or not you're good as far as the capsules, like people not being able to connect that. They ain't gonna be able to connect that to us, are they? Kanan's like, nigga, we use them niggas for the queens and we only put out 20 capsules. Why? Is the police looking for us? And he was like, no, your mama. Well, that's way scarier, clearly, than the police.
Way scary.
He was like, nigga, she finds out everything.
Everything. You know that.
You know
that.
He was like, she ain't gonna kill me. But she ain't gonna have no problem. Because she ain't gonna kill you, you're her son. But she's like, no problems killing me. And your Uncle Lou will be more than happy to do that shit. Meanwhile, Juliana over at the house playing up to the police. So she's so upset that her husband was murked.
She was playing that role.
She played the role. They had to carry her out. Barker and Omar, they roll up to the titty bar and they find homeboy, and it ain't take him long to start singing. Every time you question, he doesn't make a good drug dealer. Every time you question this nigga, he starts singing. He
is a telling, he a snitching ass. He told on Kanan. And when I seen him, I was like, oh, not him.
Oh, no, not him. They was like, I got 6 bodies on you right now. You about to go to prison. He was like, no, the hell you ain't. Kanan cooked that shit.
Real quick.
Real quick. They ain't had no warrant or nothing.
Nope.
To be honest, I don't blame him. I don't know y'all niggas. Y'all came over to Queensbridge, brought us over here to this bullshit. I'm not taking nobody's. Kanan did it.
And Kanan came up in there talking big time when he wanted to wait on Marvin in the first place. I'm a nigga in charge. You don't know who I am?
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay. But who pulled out the Cindy Williams? That was you, nigga. You brought that shit.
Yeah, but he didn't tell that nigga to add all of it.
He said you added quite a bit to that.
He told him you put too much in it.
We don't know what that shit is still. Omar heard Kanan's name and he was like, oh shit. Not my bone marrow doing it. No. You just chill on that. What I'm gonna do is let this nigga go. And then I'm gonna go talk to some people, see what else I can find out. What I'm not gonna do is lose my chance to get this surgery that I need. I know I got a son out here. Shoot, y'all got me fucked up.
I need bone marrow to be right.
Lou showed up at studio and kicked everybody out. Camacho stay being high. Poor thing. He just always somewhere doing drugs. Not music.
Oh boy said, boss man said we gotta go. He told me I ain't boss. He ain't the boss. I was like, he paying everybody pockets.
Oh, he's the boss. And the boss man showed up with his lawyer and some paperwork. Because what's about to happen is you're about to sign this contract. I'm a 50-50 partner in this business. Camacho talking about, man, the single about to drop, and that's where you finna get your money. Like, you gonna get your money back and then some. Lulu said, we ain't negotiating. You got nothing to negotiate with.
Nope.
So what's gonna happen is you're gonna sign these papers.
What you think was gonna happen when you made that deal with a
drug to the killer? Come on.
Like, you thought he was just being friendly. That's what you thought. He just really liked you that much that he was just.
I didn't think that. I didn't think he liked that girl that much. I didn't think he liked the. Clearly, Jukebox ain't enough. He could have been gave her money to go get some studio time, so it wasn't that.
Right.
His end game is to be in the music industry. He just got it. Poor Jukebox. She's still grieving. She goes over to her Cole's house and breaks in. It's just had me very much stressed out.
So stressed. She
in the room looking at the stuff. She done found the video that they made at the mall. Jukebox spent the whole damn day over there.
She did.
At the house.
I'm sitting up there like, take the video and go.
I thought she was gonna grab that shit and bounce. No,
that's what I thought.
In the room hanging out. Like she's having a whole emotional breakdown.
That was horrible.
Papa Omar rolls up on Rock. He just be rolling up on people like, get out the car. Shit my pants if the police pulled up behind me and told me to get out the car.
He's so disrespectful.
He pretty much let her know, like, Kanan is out here in these streets, and he got 6 bodies waiting on him right now. So what you gonna do is tell this nigga I'm his father, and with the quickness. She was like, no, I'm not. She was like, you something led them to the conversation that somehow you was chasing after me when I was 16 years old, you old pervert, messing with a girl in high school. And he said, you told me you were 17. I was like, why is that better?
that was the age of consent. He had to try to make sure.
I was like, that's better? That's not better.
Yeah. He had to make it seem like, that's the age of consent. So it was all right.
No, it wasn't all right, nigga. You was out here messing with little high. She was in high school. You were a whole detective and you were screwing around like literally with a high school student. And she was like, you ain't noticed I had geometry books every day, nigga. So he gonna try to switch again. He was like, what's the name of her man?
I can't think of his name, but he said he was grown.
Right, Kanan's father. I can't remember. It's some kind of street name. She said this nigga he swing to the left. I was like, what do that mean?
I know what that meant. I didn't know what swing to the left meant. I was like,
it was dick swing to the left.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, so it hit the spot?
Well, no. He don't like girls. That's what that means. He swings to the left. He said. You don't play for our team. So she was a whole beard.
DEF CON.
She was a whole beard for DEF CON. That sounds like a video game. DEF CON. She was a whole beard for DEF CON. So DEF CON wasn't hitting it, nigga. So you were the only one out there being a whole pedophile. He said DEF CON was a little pansy. Yeah. But he was more man than you'll ever be. Clearly, because you was out here sleeping with a little girl. No good head ass nigga. But he like, it don't matter. And if you don't get this conversation going with Kanan, I'm gonna tell the streets that he's the son of a cop. And she's like, you want him dead? You supposed to, be, so trying to be father of the year, but you want to, put that information out there. And he said,
Right.
Kanan will be all right. But the street's going to think you were a snitch, sleeping with the cop. That part's not.
I said, oh, Popo, oh my, you dirty dog.
He's a dirty dog, but didn't we know that?
Hell yeah.
Well, she mad now. She mad. She walked in the house screaming, Kanan Elijah Stark.
Not Elijah.
Kanan Elijah Stark. He already knew.
He already knew.
He was like, oh Lord. I told that nigga she find out everything.
Everything.
And she does. She let him know the real deal. She know about the crackhead blue capsules that's killing niggas out in these streets. She's like, and you linked yourself up with Marvin. Of all people, Marvin, what you don't know, the reason why he went to jail is because his ass started using his own supply. So he over here getting high. That explains a lot. He do it. He's acting very druggy. He get high on his own supply. She said he was so fucked up, he didn't offer to sell some cocaine to the police. That's how fucked up he was. Kanan just out here looking stupid. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Then he gonna boss up and be like, you don't blame him. I turned out exactly how I was supposed to turn out. You want to blame anybody, blame yourself.
And I'll tell you what, I agree with him with that one.
He probably shouldn't have said it though.
No, he shouldn't have said it.
Stop the dirty dog shit out of him. He hit the floor.
I
don't disagree
like
with that either.
Dude, like he was Bookman. Yeah.
She slapped his ass. He spin around in the circle and hit the floor. She broke the whole thing down for him. She said, you out here, I have been out here cleaning up your messes this whole time. Every time some shit happened, I gotta fix it for you. Buck 20, D nice. Now this shit. He was like, D nice.
D Wiz.
D Wiz. D Wiz. D Wiz, D's nice. If these niggas had real names, it wouldn't be so complicated. This nigga said, D Wiz, yes, nigga, D Wiz. You killed Buck 20 and the streets need a body. You heard that song before?
I have.
Yeah, well.
He the body.
Well, D Wiz was the body. You're welcome. So he just there looking stupid. And I guess processing the whole fact that you leave a body every time you make a decision, somebody gotta die. Every single time.
Every time.
I don't know what the plan is, but Lou rolled up behind the Unique at this hotel and went in and paid the doorman to let him get in the car because he stole Unique's jacket.
They never did touch back on that, so I'm waiting to hear back about that.
Well, we'll have to find out what that is. I'm assuming after things played out the way they did, for sure it's going down.
Mm-hmm.
Rock shows up at the new apartment. So how's everything going? How are we getting along? How's the construction going? He standing around talking about, oh, things looking pretty good. Almost finished over here. Almost finished. What about downstairs? Looking good down there too. Oh, he turned around. Oh, we gotta do. And when he turned around, she whacked his ass so hard with a 2x4 that was laying there. She basically kicked his ass out the family. You got my son in this shit. This is all your fault. All you do is fuck up. I never want to see you again. I was like, oh no.
I said that.
No. That's a lot, Rock.
That's a lot. Like, kick him out the game. But don't say I'll never want to see you again.
No, thank you. Well, back to Nicole's house. Jukebox still sitting her ass in there.
Just fool.
And Nicole's father comes home.
Typewriter.
Her father comes in there, and again, he's like, Laverne, fuck out of here. Like, you try to be all quiet. You got to go.
Because he was like, we didn't know. We didn't know. Like,
then already called the police.
To go. Yeah.
Right. Well, he because his wife would gladly send her ass to jail. She came in there, you get out of here, and you're the reason why she died, and we had a lot of her friends and family, and take this drugs that she got from you. Well, she did. That part's true.
I'm glad she grabbed it though.
Yeah.
That's the evidence.
That's the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, the cops cart her away. At this point, she's so numb, she don't even care. She's just, you know, she's emotionally just absent for the most part. Kanan goes to see Davina, but CPS didn't come and take her away because her mother died. I feel like for a quick minute, Kanan thought her mother got a hold of one of them blue capsules for a quick minute.
But she had been dead a month.
She'd been dead a month because you could see the relief on his face, like, oh, I'm not responsible for this one too. But you know, that was bound to happen. Davina been trying to take care of this baby by herself for a while now. So her mother been missing. Because
the neighbor kept asking where was the mama.
Yeah. She didn't know she was dead. I'm sure she didn't know she was dead. She was used to her. She
didn't know. You know why I know she didn't know? Because her mama was dead when he made that deal with her.
When he said that, yep.
Turned on Kanan ass. Yep. I said, oh, Davina, you dirty ass.
Dummy. Dumb diddy dumb. And but I think she's surprised. I feel like she low-key know that Kanan was responsible for $120, like, getting killed. Like, you could keep telling yourself that ain't what it is, but that's what it is. Over there laying the pipe for Jessica's ungrateful ass. He gave her the good old bone, and she's sitting up there talking about, now, what are we gonna do to launch Famous' career?
She didn't even get a lay back and smoke a cigarette.
She didn't get a cigarette, a drink of water, or nothing. She went straight to a pencil and a notebook. And he like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, we just had a good nut, bitch. Aren't you trying to just relax and chill and, you know, be satisfied? This chick said, that's the difference between me and your sorry ass. When did he get to be sorry ass? When did he get to be sorry ass, Lou? It's time to cut that loose, Lou.
I told you that bitch went right.
I mean, I tried to see where she was going, and she went straight gutter. This is the difference between me and your sorry ass. I'm never satisfied. And I was like, and that's what she means. She's never satisfied. Take heed to that. Like, hell, it's New York. It's another Puerto Rican chick around the corner if that's your, you know, cup of tea. But this bitch.
She's gonna be crawled up under the next one.
Because she's never satisfied. That's what she said. Yep. So Jukebox is in a police car, and somebody calls, and they let her go. She has a connect somewhere in the police department. Now, what I think, he said her name went through the system. What I think is Detective Barker saw her name in the system and was like, I need her to be out so we can use her to get information. She cannot go to jail over some bullshit. That's what I think happened. So now she owes Detective Barker. Now she's indebted to her for that. That's what I think.
That sounds about right.
Now we at the club.
I mean, it just kept going from one nonsense to
one thing to another.
Whole show.
So Marvin, after Rock beat his ass and kicked him out the family, first thing he gonna do is go over to the club and he gonna pound the white girl over Tony over her desk right quick. He looks so distracted and disconnected, and he didn't look like he was enjoying any of that. She doing what they do, you know, on the table.
And he like, give me the money now, I'm done.
Give me the money now that you owe me. How stupid is she? She talking about, why do I owe you money? Just say it. Just say why. He like, do you have the money or not? I do, but I'll give it to you as soon as you say what I owe you for. I'm thinking, if that was me, and I ain't in the game, but if that was me, I would be like, this bitch is trying, what is she up to? Why does she keep doing that? She's trying to get me to say some shit I'm not supposed to say. He's stupid, but he ain't that stupid. Nah, he know better than that. her dumb ass chasing him through the club. Marvin, tell me why I owe you the money and I'll give it to you.
Dumb.
Girl.
Dumb.
So the undercovers are sitting there. They done heard her, get the big dick and nothing else. And the whole conversation with them is they're like, we about to take your ass to jail. Now we got possession with intent to sell. And if you don't have something better for us, then your ass is going to jail. And your boy Symphony is sitting there listening to the whole thing. Thank goodness.
The whole time.
Thank goodness that Symphony still works at the club, because now he can go ahead and tell his people, although we don't know where Marvin is going, not probably back over there. He's probably like, it ain't even enough money for him to give a shit, clearly.
Right.
Because he wouldn't have left like that. Rod meets up with the plug to negotiate the terms. And what she didn't know is they were following her. Why does she not think that? I don't understand. Why does she not think that they were following her? So he so what's up with you and the police? And when he said that, all his boys drew their guns on her.
Hey, this ain't, you mean what old boy with grandmama. Grandmama didn't have.
We ain't at bingo.
No.
And you over here trying to set up a connection with me and hanging out with the police. And what she said makes sense. Like, who don't have if you don't have a connection at the police department, then you bound to be locked up. And I did not kill your brother, your cousin's husband in the morning, and then go meet up with Popo at night. If I'm snitching, that ain't what this is. I'm about to change the game. He was like, what does that mean? You about to change the game? That's what I said.
I'm like him. Explain that.
He said, that should sound like one of your brother's songs. Now, that sounds like a good explanation. So I'm going to let you roll on that one. And we're going to see first. We're not negotiating no type of terms. I want to see first what you mean when you say you changing the game. So,
right.
I don't know how she's going to show him, but she got a lot going on, and she still got to figure out how to get this coat, because they only got 5, and we don't know what 5 is, but 5 don't sound like enough to last you very long.
I don't know what 5 is. I was sitting up here, I was sitting back thinking like, Rock ain't that good in this game. Like, I'm trying to be on her side, but dang, every week is like good time episode. Like,
I think she could be if she didn't have. It's her team. But she got a new team working. We got Juliana as a recruit. Juliana is a new member of the team. Is she replacing Marvin?
She probably could. She wouldn't take much. I mean Marvin was, you shouldn't have, but that was dumb on her part. Because if Marvin already went to jail.
She should have never had him. Now you got him.
Why would you right? Marvin should have just been the hitman. Marvin should have been the one out there jacking people up, like putting them in walls and shit, and that's what he do.
That's what he do, yeah.
The drugs. That was dumb.
He told her, he was like, you got me over here doing the construction and shit. I do gangster shit.
No, you don't. Yeah, I mean, like whooping ass. I like that.
Yeah. That's gangster shit.
There's
that's a category.
No way in the world if that was his past.
Y'all had him over at the damn stash house. Exactly. Are you sure you only got 5? Because Marvin was moving weight over on the highway. Where'd he get that from?
Come on now.
Just saying.
No, she made dumb moves. Just like even about putting Kanan in the game. She made real dumb decisions.
Well, this nigga over here cooking death in a bottle. Kanan and Jukebox meet up and she tells them she heard about Davina. Poor baby.
Yeah.
And then she shows him the blue capsule that killed Nicole, and this nigga's heart just jumped all the way up in his throat. You could see him just sink down. Because he didn't know, like, he was like, I don't even know what to say. And she was like, it ain't nothing to say. I don't blame you. I don't even blame myself.
I'm glad she said that.
Yeah. I mean,
that could have got ugly.
She's not wrong. At the end of the day, if Nicole would have left that shit in her backpack, she'd still be alive. But she want to be out here stealing crap. She just chalked it up to the fucked up places they live in their environment. And she's not wrong. Because like you said, as much as Rock want to blame everybody else, it was you that took that baby down to the schoolyard with a sock full of batteries and shit.
That was all you.
And you started this shit.
That took him out there and gave him the gun and said, okay, you want to be in it? I'm going to let you in it.
That was
you already said you should have sent them away with your mama. Then why didn't you do it? That wasn't your
done that. You should have done that.
You must have let them in the game.
And Jukebox been raising her stuff. We don't know who her mama is. Her daddy over here with a drug problem. So Lou has had a hard ass day. He's chilling at the crib. He got him a little brown liquor. He trying to forget about Jessica and that bullshit. Rock calls him and was like, "It's on. Let's do it." And he didn't answer. Did he answer? Or was that the message?
It was a message. He was like, he just said, no.
He said he off today. He ain't mentally prepared to do any of that. And no sooner did he said that.
But wait a minute, what was the song they was playing?
Was it Ozzy Brothers or something?
It was Ozzy, but whatever it was, I'm sitting back like, he off.
I'm hearing footsteps, baby. With the dad.
Yeah, and I was in the dark. I'm up there like, I feel you, Lou. I'm up here.
I was sitting up there, girl. I was about 5 minutes from having my own ass blown up with them damn shit they threw in the window. Because I was like, let me go over here with Lou and see if he all right. Because he looked like he needed a friend right now. And then no sooner than that happened, a Molotov cocktail came through the window, caught his joint on fire. They just firing through the crib. You know, automatic weapons, they out there. I was like, what kind of neighbors they got? They just can come fire up somebody, blow up the house. That is some hood shit. Where you be like, they over there next door on that bullshit again. Like, did nobody come? Well, I guess you wouldn't go look in the window.
No, I guess you wouldn't come out.
But damn. So they tore that shit the fuck up. And while they were in the process of shooting up Lou's house and throwing, homemade pipe bombs in the house, Marvin always think he can just roll up on something with his car. That's the second Mercedes he done.
Right. I'm like, he crashing these cars once again. Like that's what he do. He roll up and tow a car up. But thank God he came.
Well, thank God he did, because when he did, they went ahead and, they shot at him for a little while, and then they decided, clearly somebody will have called the police by now, so we should probably bounce. So they did that, and he, went up in the house and saved my boy Lou. I'm just gonna say saved him, because I'm not gonna sit here and believe for a second that Lou is dead. If Scrap's ass is still alive, then Lou best to be. So we're gonna say,
I know that's right.
We're gonna say Marvin saved Lou, because I'm not sure I want to keep watching if Lou's not here.
When it went off after I see that, I'm not watching this shit no more. Y'all not gonna do Lou like that. I'm not doing it.
Girl, I text you. I was like, I can't review that today. We'll just have to do it tomorrow. So it
that
goes
broke my whole
like,
entire heart.
What's that?
For the women was like,
all the women were mad. Not Lou.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
So that's how it goes off. Marvin is in the street. He got Lou out the house, and he's in the street screaming, "Somebody help!" The end.
That was just too much from the beginning to the end. That was just too much. That was a hell of an episode, though.
Oh my God. I didn't even like Nicole, and I was so sad for Jukebox.
I know.
I didn't think it was gonna go like that. Like, damn.
Yeah. Like, y'all started off with the funeral and then ended with Lou. Like, I can't take this no more. I'm out the game.
I'll be back next week. I don't know how people are in the game. That shit's freaking crazy.
I'm done with the game. I ain't got to.
Well, like I said, I sure am glad I didn't take my happy ass over Lou's house, because I might not be here to tell y'all about the
Girl.
episode. And on that note, we need you to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.